Hi, I'm Jasmine Jefferson, real estate broker, and today we are going to talk about home inspections, but not for the buyer, for the seller. I've brought in Michael Wicklund with Sterling Home Inspection Services, and he is going to give us some tips on how to prepare your home for a home inspection. Typically, we talk about what the buyer needs to be ready for. So this is something that's not discussed often, and we really want to make sure that you're ready. So Michael, tell us, what are some of the issues that you encounter when you go into a home for a home inspection? What advice can you give a homeowner?
Well, first I would say accessibility. We need to be able to access the house in all areas. That means closets, bedrooms. We need to be able to get into the attic. So the attic hatch, if it's in the garage, we can't have a car parked underneath it. The crawl space, if it's outside, that's fine, but it can't have locks on it. If it's inside the closet of the master bedroom, I don't want to have to move 50 pairs of women's shoes. So, and bedrooms, they don't have to be spotless, but just accessible so I can walk through them without wading through personal belongings. We don't expect you to move out of the house, but we do expect to have access, free and clear access to all areas of the home.
That's really good information, Michael. How about some other areas? I know sometimes when we go on a home inspection, somebody's put a board over the electrical panel and you can't see what's inside. What are some of the other main systems in the house that you really need to be able to look at?
Well, like you said, the electrical panel, don't have pictures over it because the home inspector, he can remove the picture, but it'd be better if it was just accessible for him the day of the inspection and then put it back after the inspection. The furnace, don't have bicycles and personal belongings in front of the furnace or the water heater. He needs to be able to get to all the major systems of the house.
What are the top 3 things that you think a homeowner needs to be aware of preparing their home?
Well, in Washington State, because we have so much rain, the top 3 things would be water, water, and water. Managing the water. What do we do with that water when it comes off the roof? It goes in the gutter. Well, you think people would be ready for a home sale, but they're not always. After 16 years of inspecting, I see lots of dirty gutters. Just take the time to clean out the gutters, leaves, needles, and debris. And then the downspouts, are they leaking? Are they even there? Are they put together correctly? Do we have an elbow at the bottom and a splash block to dissipate the water away from the foundation? People don't realize how much water a house can have. 1,000 square foot of roof. Every time we see 1 inch of water is 1,250 gallons.
Oh my goodness.
Dump 5 gallons on your kitchen floor and you'll think you have a lot of water. Try 1,250 gallons. Deal with the water, otherwise it'll go in the crawl space, and then we'll have another thing to write up on the home inspection. You want to eliminate the question marks in the buyer's mind. So do these things and be proactive with managing the water. Let's talk about the envelope.
Envelope.
The envelope is the outside shell of the house, which means roof and cladding. Cladding is siding. So roof needs to be clean and free of moss, and we have a lot of moss in Washington. We don't want to let it get to the point where you need to get the lawnmower up there. So clean the moss off the roof, clean the debris off the roof and the gutters. As far as the siding, we shouldn't have penetrations or damage to the siding or missing siding or vinyl siding that's come unbuttoned. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on light bulbs, and why is it so important to make sure all of the light bulbs are working properly?
Well, all the lights, switches, and outlets should work. So just go get a $5 tester at Home Depot or Lowe's and just plug it into each outlet, make sure all the outlets work. Make sure all the switches work, that they actually turn something on. If they don't, put a label. If it doesn't work anymore, just say a discontinued light switch. So there's not that question mark. We always want to eliminate the question mark in the home inspector's mind and the buyer's mind, so there's not that question of the unknown. And then all lights should work. If a home inspector turns the light on and it doesn't come on, now he has to think, is it a light bulb or is it the actual the light fixture itself? So we want to know, which is it? Just change the light bulbs. Pretty simple, pretty inexpensive.
Yes, and that will prevent the long laundry list and utter shock of someone telling you that your house has got all of these things wrong and it's just a burnt out light bulb.
Well, the home inspector is really just looking for the broken bones, the major deficiencies, structural deficiencies of the house. He's looking for safety issues, and are things functional and they're working correctly, and are they installed correctly?
All right, so I think a good reminder to you is make sure that you as a seller are proactive prior to the home inspection, and it might even be a good idea, if you don't feel comfortable checking these things yourselves, to invest in getting a home inspection yourself, and then you will have a list and you can go through it and make sure those things are done. So, final words from you, Michael?
We love doing pre-listing or pre-sale inspections. It lets the person know what's wrong with the house. They've lived there a long time. They're kind of emotional. We're not. We're very clinical. We're looking at it with an inspector's eyes, not someone who's lived there and gotten used to all the little idiosyncrasies. You just don't want to have a lot of little things. So eliminate those by being proactive, as Jasmyn said. If we have 8 little things instead of 80 little things, it just makes the buyer's mind a little more clear to ready to move forward and close on the sale.
And that is the ultimate end result to get you to the next phase. And I want to thank you for watching and thank Michael very much.
You're very welcome.
And hopefully you'll be back and watch some more videos with us.